Hi, I'm Daryl Mott, and today we're back for another round with the 650 horsepower Camaro ZL1. This beauty can go from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds, and my guest this week is used to that kind of acceleration. Let's see if he can swing by. My guest this week is the 2018 AMA Supercross Daytona Champion, Justin Brayton. Justin is a 16-year veteran rider, racking up 10 podiums in the 450 class, 3 X Game medals, and 2 Australia championships. Welcome to Conversations in Camaros.
Brayton.
Brayton, yep.
Like a beret.
Beret.
Like Brayton.
Yeah.
Some people say Brayton, and it sounds like they're saying Brighton. But
yeah, some people say Brayton too, like they try to say it all fast.
Brighton.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Cancel. I think I did it.
Alexa. Is it Alexa?
No, I don't know.
Do you have one of those?
Not yet. Is it because they started talking to people?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Like
no, I didn't.
People were having them in their kitchen, in their house, and they just started talking, like without being asked to talk.
Really?
I don't know about that.
I was in the dentist one time, and I didn't even know Alexa was a thing. And I'm getting my teeth worked on, and he's like, Alexa! He's like yelling at this Alexa person. I'm like, what is going on? And obviously changes music. It's kind of funny.
You don't have one yet either?
No.
I mean, I get the idea, but I don't know. I feel like I would definitely drunk order stuff too.
Yeah.
Alexa, send me some new Adidas Boosts.
He's just getting boxes.
Size 12. So you can get, they send you like, if you say you want like some runners or something, you can get them?
Yeah. Adidas is awesome.
Dude,
man.
Listen, that's stock up.
I know.
You're talking about retirement.
Well,
you need to stock up on Yeezys.
Yeah.
You tell them, I need every Yeezy that comes out. Box that up. Do you know what they're going for?
I don't. Is it a couple grand or something?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going, man. It's a little fun, right?
Yeah,
just a ride in a car.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to be nice.
This car's sweet too.
This is a fast car.
Yeah.
One thing I don't understand about the Holeshot, actually, was going to ask you. Did I say it right?
Yep.
I say it right? The Holeshot.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah,
the Holeshot. It just looks like it is set up for people to run into each other.
It kind of is, right?
So your idea would be like, play it safe?
No, not at all.
Cause get up front as fast as you can.
Get up front as fast as you can, because there's only one time in the race that you can pass everybody.
Yeah.
And that's on the start, which is the Holeshot. So,
unless there's a big pile up, then you just go around.
Well, hopefully you're in front of all that. That's the goal. So they say like 80% of the race is the start. Especially now, there's so many guys that are so close in speed that you've got to start up front. So I spent a lot of my practice days at the track actually just practicing starts.
Really?
It's kind of boring, but yeah, it makes a difference if you get a good start.
You're a professional athlete. Do you ever wake up and think, I'm a professional athlete? This is like, what do I have to do today? Oh, I have a million things to do because I'm a professional athlete. It's not, the race is like 1%, right? Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I mean, I still can't believe that I get to do what I do for a living. And it's funny, when I first met my wife, she was like, so what do you do? I was like, oh, I race motorcycles. And she's like, no, what do you do for like work? I'm like, I race motorcycles. And she's like, no, I don't think you understand what I'm asking. Like, what do you do for a job? And
how do you pay your bills?
Like, yeah, I race motorcycles.
So you're like, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome for sure. And what's cool about it is, if I did have a normal job, I would ride motorcycles all the time. So it's pretty neat that
you get paid to do it.
Yeah, I get paid to do it, and it's my passion since I was a young one.
Which makes it like a hobby that turned into a profession. But when you're competing, the idea is to win. And unfortunately, in any sport, it's hard. Winning is real hard.
Yeah.
So you have to decide. You just got to keep going. And I think what was so interesting about your story for 2018 is you did it.
Yeah.
You got your way.
It took me 130 tries.
Hold on. 129 times.
130, actually. I won the 131st.
Yeah, so 130 times you had to go home.
Yeah.
A little dejected, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got your win.
Yeah.
What was the ride home like, knowing I did it? I did it. After all that, I did it.
I know, and to do it at Daytona was even more insane to think about, because typically Daytona, it's in the middle of the speedway, so it's like a sandier track, more of an outdoor style track. It's kind of one of my tracks that I don't like going to be quite honest.
Really?
Yeah, I've never really liked going there. The track is so much different than what we're used to. So to win there was incredible. And
did you cry?
I didn't cry. And what's wild is I feel like
you're
it's
a robot.
Yeah, but I feel like there's so many times I teared up a couple times actually, but I was waiting for it just to unleash and just come pouring out. Especially when I got home and got to see my wife and kids. Then I thought it was just gonna come flying out, but we had some friends and family over, so that kind of helped. And
for when you came home?
For when I came home, yeah, they were all kind of waiting for me, and we had dinner together and
Your
stuff.
wife wasn't in Daytona?
No, she wasn't in Daytona. She was at Atlanta the weekend before, which I won one of the main events there. I didn't win the overall, but that was kind of my first win of the Triple Crown, and then to get the real win at Daytona was awesome. I couldn't sleep for a few nights, and
after the win,
yeah, just thinking about all the times that my family from back home and I, with all the money they spent, all the time we spent driving, through the night to races, and then the 130 tries where I came so close quite a few times, and to finally seal the deal was pretty special. I'm still pretty excited about it.
But you're home, and even though she saw it on TV, did you call her from Daytona? And
yeah,
I won, and she's like, I
saw. Yeah, she watched it all live on TV, and
I wish you had a camera at the house so you could have seen her thrilled. But that's interesting, because there are a lot of young people out there right now thinking about pursuing a dream, and unfortunately, I think it actually might be fortunately, it takes a lot of perseverance. You have to keep going.
It does, for sure, in anything, whether it's just life in general or sports or a certain job, and everything takes perseverance. And I've always said there's peaks and valleys to everything, but the valleys don't last too long, so kind of expect and get excited for those peaks again, and ride the wave, enjoy every bit of it, because through the valleys it's what makes you appreciate those 130 times of flying home on an airplane and maybe not so happy. Made me even more happy when you finally get it done, and to do it at 33. I'm now 34. It was the week of my birthday that I won, which is another awesome thing.
I was going to tell you, I was watching it, and everyone's making this big deal about that you're the older guy, but you're young. I feel like you got another 10 years if you feel like it. Right?
Yeah, I don't know about 10, but
9.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, it's not about the age, right? Because I saw a lot of younger guys there too, but I feel like the younger guys probably make some mistakes that you are.
For sure, yeah. I've learned a lot. I mean, I made a lot more mistakes when I was 22 or 25 than I do now. Mainly away from the track. I'm so much more confident in my training and in the process to doing well, or through the testing and to get my body right for racing. And I used to just train and work myself into the ground, where now it's you do it a little bit more methodical. And
what is your daily like? What's your bedtime? When do you go to sleep?
Well, we have 2 kids. I have a 7-month-old son right now.
So you don't sleep?
Yeah, so we don't sleep. Yeah, so it kind of varies, but we put our kids down around 7:30 or 8, and then
watch a little show.
Yeah, watch a show or 2, and then when I'm really training hard, especially preseason, I might be sleeping by 9 o'clock. But since the races are a little bit later on Saturday nights, the main event starts at around 9:30. So I try and stay up till 10 or 10:30 or so during the week. That way I'm not yawning and about to fall asleep on the starting gate.
We just got passed by a minivan in a Camaro.
We did. I am getting old.
So it's pretty interesting, though, that you have a whole life outside of racing. Because a lot of times I meet racers and stuff, and that's all they talk about and breathe. But you're a family guy, but also you have friends in town. You live here.
Yeah.
We're in North Carolina right now. And this is like your hometown. What do you do during the week? Where would I find you on a Wednesday if you're not preparing?
On a Wednesday, you probably find me, well, you could call it somewhat preparing, but I really enjoy mountain biking.
Okay.
So you'd probably find me in the middle of the woods mountain biking somewhere on a Wednesday.
You're not scared of like hitting one of those roots and
no, not at all.
Going into a tree?
Not at all.
You're doing a helmet, right?
Oh yeah, I wear a helmet, but
so I could like call you up and be like, hey, let's go for a mountain bike ride, or would I be slowing you down?
No, I'd hang back with you.
You'd hang back?
We could hang out. Yeah.
All right, so you're mountain biking, which this is a perfect town for that.
It is, yeah. Charlotte's awesome for mountain biking.
You got like a crew of buddies, like anybody calling you and texting you when you won, like from here, just regular guys?
Yeah, for sure. I got a lot of friends, and my wife's actually from Charlotte, so now we got a lot of family that live here, and I've been here since 2009, so it really feels like home more than any place. So it's an awesome place to live and train, but it's also cool to get away from the scene. I've lived in Southern California for a while as well, and you can never really get away from the sport because that's the mecca of it, is Supercross and motocross. So it's nice to get away from it, hang out with guys that really don't know anything about it, which is kind of cool, or hang out with guys that know a lot about it. I don't really mind talking about it during the week or being consumed in it, but it is cool to go be able to play some golf and hang out. You might find me Wednesday afternoon playing golf, Wednesday morning.
Yeah, you seem chill, but I bet like if I was a younger rider and I kind of did something that wasn't that chill, do you ever have to straighten anybody out? You ever go up after
yeah, for sure. Throughout my career, I mean, that's the thing is when you put your helmet on, it's like a whole different beast comes out, you know. Plus you get that adrenaline going, and I feel like if you don't have that, if you're just kind of mellow and let people take advantage of you on the track, then you're probably not going to win very many races or even be top 5 very much. So I definitely have that when I put my helmet on, but when I take it off, I'm pretty chill. And
pretty chill.
Pretty quiet guy.
So we do some mountain biking. What are you watching? What do you and your lady watch?
The Voice. I actually like The Voice. It's cool. Yeah, I like watching The Voice.
Let's go. Katy Perry's on now, right? How's she doing as a judge?
It's
oh, not The Voice. That's the American Idol one.
Yeah, that's American Idol.
Who's on The Voice this season?
Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson. Yep.
Yeah, and Blake Shelton and Adam Levine are hilarious.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. And then also Alicia Keys is on there now. So
you got to invest from the beginning, right? Because it's kind of fun to watch the journey.
Yeah.
And are you sitting there like...
That's the best part, is to see all the stories, and I can relate to some of that, you know, where you're basically never expected to do anything, and then you just work hard, and there's a lot of singers that...
What would your story be on The Voice? If they were doing your little video, what would your story be?
It would probably show me...
Hi, from Iowa.
Yeah, in a snowdrift somewhere, just stuck in the snow. I'm like, I want to race dirt bikes. They're like, you can't really race dirt bikes when there's 2 feet of snow on the ground. So I could only ride like 6 months out of the year, and probably a story of just a normal...
It wasn't like you were
kid. I went to high school, where a lot of guys don't ever graduate high school because they're so consumed in it. Into Supercross. And so, yeah, I graduated high school, lived a normal life, went to homecoming and prom and all the school dances. And
did you have a cool tux or not?
Oh, yeah, I was pretty styled out. I think it was homecoming. It might have been prom, I forget, but it snowed really bad, and everyone had limos and stuff. Well, you couldn't even, the limos, everyone had to cancel it because there's no way they could get around. So we took my stepdad's, it was like a 1970-something Ford Bronco.
Nice.
And, yeah, it was
picked
pretty,
up your date
pretty
in a
random.
Ford Bronco.
Yeah, old school, like all rusted up. It was like his hunting, truck, you know?
That's pretty good. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely, old school.
The Voice is like, they hit the chairs, you turn around, it's the whole thing. That would be nice. It's fun judging, kind of, when it's, when you're on your couch.
Yeah, because you could be, that, and then for the judges, unfortunately in life, you're judged kind of by people's looks sometimes, which is terrible, but if a person was right on the border of singing really good or not, if you could see them, I feel like that would sway you one way or the other.
For sure.
And it's pretty cool that they can just judge just strictly off voice. And that's different than American Idol and stuff. So
if I took your competitors and put them in like plain suits, plain bikes, no decals, no logos, would you be able to tell watching tape who some of them were by their riding style?
Yeah, 100%.
So like you can kind of see, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty crazy. I think we're going. Let's go right.
Let's go right.
I don't know if that's right.
I like it. I'm not sure it is either.
But you know what?
I think we go left.
We're hanging. Well, now we're in the right lane. Let's see how we do.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be just fine.
So you know your other competitors that well that you can tell from a distance?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
after your heat, where are you? What do you do? Like, are you by a TV watching?
Yeah. We watch footage of the heat race, and we're watching footage all day. And we have a ghosting, thing where we can put the fastest guy on top of me during practice, and if he's half a second faster or something, you can see exactly where he's.
What route he's taking?
Yeah, what line he's taking through each turn, or.
But it doesn't really matter because it's getting so chewed up every lap anyway, right?
It does get chewed up for sure, especially throughout the main event. It's like from when we start to when we finish, it's a totally different track. And that's what I don't think a lot of fans realize. I wish they could walk the track at the end of the night to actually see how deep the ruts are and how tough the jumps get to
it's
even
all
be able to clear the jump.
too, right? So you have to make it a set, like a split-second choice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go in on this.
Yeah. It's all by instinct. I've always said that you have to ride off instinct. And that's when you do your best riding, is when you're not even thinking. And throughout my career, my brain has gotten in the way a few times.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any irrational fears, like something? Because I feel like you guys are pretty fearless. I wouldn't be able to take a bike over a jump like that, me personally. But is there something you're afraid of that I would find ridiculous?
No, not really.
Something in the house, a spider, a snake,
No, my
a bear.
wife is definitely afraid of spiders, and if anything, it's probably snakes. I just don't do well with snakes.
So you're mountain biking out there at the Whitewater Center,
Yeah,
you see a black
big
snake.
old black snake. I'm kind of fine if I'm on the bike, but it spooks me a little bit. And
I feel like it's gonna get on me.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, you do have that feeling.
We don't like
they can
snakes.
just jump up, but they can't jump up. So
Might feel like it. Who texts you though, like that I would know? Because I know you have some friends in different sports. Did anybody reach out to you with your win and that surprised you? That you were like, oh, I didn't even think I was going to hear from this person. Because people are really pumped for you.
Yeah, I got a lot of messages on Twitter and Instagram and stuff from a lot of NASCAR drivers, which is cool because I think a lot of them get to watch our sport. Or Jimmy Johnson's a good buddy of mine, and we actually mountain bike quite a bit together. So hearing from him, and that was cool. He actually texted me and said he was more nervous for that race than he's been for some of the zone races.
That's
so,
gotta feel really good. That's like
neat.
A brother, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, he's always trying to get me to get one of those little skinny bikes. He's like, listen,
you gotta get one.
I'll help you pick out a bike. But here's the thing. I would do it if it was like a closed course. I don't want to get hit by some mom or dad or teenager texting or playing Snapchat.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like
the bigger group you go in, we tend to ride in bigger groups. You might have 5 or 10, sometimes even 15 guys, and so it's a lot better than just going out by yourself.
Okay,
and,
so I don't need to worry about it.
What about mountain bike?
I would mountain bike.
I
would mountain bike for sure. But I wouldn't be able to keep up on the fast bikes, right? You guys are kind of doing a good clip.
Yeah, there's all different types of skill levels, but a lot of times it's more for just the guys to hang out, get together, and chit chat about the week, or it's more just to hang out than I'm gonna beat you or you're gonna beat me type of thing. So
he keeps telling me, he's like, it'll be great, you'll love it, and you're gonna be a good biker. I'm like, yeah, nah.
He's gotten a lot of people into it, huh?
Yeah, he's into it
in the NASCAR world.
I don't mind the outfits. I'm not sure about the clipping your shoes in part.
Yeah, a lot of people are scared of that, but. And I've had friends say, oh, I'll ride, but I'm not going to clip in. I'm like, you kind of have to clip in.
Yeah, you got to commit.
Yeah.
You know, in Iowa, there's a lot of snow shoveling.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever know, like, sometimes you're doing, like, a chore and you kind of tweak your back, or you wake up and...
Yeah.
Do you get injured? Have you had any, like, weird injuries not from racing? Just, like, you took a step weird and your ankle turned?
Thankfully, I can't really think of any that I've had outside of racing. Actually, my worst injury that I've ever had was I broke my ankle and lower leg really bad on a BMX bike when I was 13.
Okay.
So we were having a jumping contest. I don't know if you ever did that as a kid, but you jump and then put a stick like where my buddy's rear wheel landed, and then I try and jump further than a stick. So we were doing that at a 4th of July party, and my foot got caught in between where the frame goes back and meets the rear axle. Got caught in there, and so when I went to get up, my foot was actually facing backwards. It was bad. It was really bad. But the funny thing is, I had just gotten some new Jordans. That was my first time wearing them, and all I could tell the ambulance people were, "Don't cut off my shoes."
Is it not, right? Shoes were life when you were that age, right?
It really was, and kind of life now, to be honest.
You collect shoes?
I don't
You're a
collect
shoe guy?
them, but if you walked in my closet, you would probably think that, because when you have more shoes, or even the same amount of shoes as your wife, you know you're kind of into shoes.
Guilty.
So, yeah.
Guilty. And you know what? I feel like when I saw what shoes you had on today, I was like, we're gonna get along good. Sometimes I wear my shoes, and some of my NASCAR friends are like, "What are those? What are those shoes?" I'm like, "You don't know.
Yeah.
These are sought after. These are hard to get." But you got some good shoes, so that's cool to know. And then you got the kids, which has got to be kind of exciting. But one of your kids is like super baby, right?
Yeah.
Brand new baby. And then how old's the other child?
She'll be 4 in June.
So she kind of knows what you do. I mean,
Yeah, a
she's
little
there.
bit.
She can watch.
Yeah.
Little kids love Supercross, actually, though. They like watching it, right? It's
Yeah.
loud, though.
It's definitely loud, but my daughter loves it. If my son loves it near as much as she does, I'm going to be in trouble. We're going to be traveling a lot to the races, because he's probably going to want to do it.
And now you do see a lot of people start young, and you see the little guys and little girls on the bikes. Is that something you guys are going to start doing?
I don't know. A lot of people ask that, but if either one of them want to ride, then I'll let them ride. Yeah, and if they want to race, I'd rather not my daughter race. I don't know if that sounds bad or not, but I'd rather not her race. But I'd love for her to learn how to ride. I think it helps her realize like how dangerous things can be, or especially when she's older and maybe she is driving, she can actually know what the danger is, because she'll probably crash at some point on a motorcycle.
Well, what about your wife?
So.
Has your wife done a lap? Has she gotten on a
No,
bike?
no, she hasn't
Not
gotten
even
on
to try? Just
No.
like around the neighborhood?
No, she hasn't.
She won't do it.
No, and I don't think I'd really want her to.
But why not?
Maybe on a little one, like a little. She could ride a littler bike for sure. She grew up with 4-wheelers and things like that, so she'd be
Four-wheelers
alright.
are-
But
those are
not
hard
one
to-
of my bikes that I ride. No, she wouldn't have fun on that.
Not your thing. Are you guys, you taking any trips? You got any traveling coming up?
Well, we go to the past 2 years. We went to Australia, and I did their Supercross series over there. So it's 6 races, but we go for 2.5 or 3 months.
That's nice, huh?
And amazing place.
Did you think when you were in Iowa, taking that Bronco to prom, you would be going to Australia
No, not at all.
every year to compete?
Not at all. And we stay right on the beach. It's just amazing. My wife and my daughter are like absolutely obsessed with the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And I could kind of take it or leave it. I'm more like a mountain guy. Like if I had to pick, you want to live by the beach or live in the mountains, I'd probably pick the mountains.
Yeah.
But they
love
would
the beach.
overrule me big time. So it's really cool that they can hang out there. And I've grown to love it too, just because they love it so much. So yeah, we get to enjoy the beach there, which I've never been to a more beautiful place.
Do you go in the water?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're like an adrenaline junkie, I think. What about like rays and sharks and...
Yeah, that's what they say, but and there's so many people over there that surf and get in the water.
You kind of need your legs for your job.
I do, yeah. I'm not really into surfing or anything, but I do like to get in the water, especially with my daughter. Like she loves to, she calls it jumping waves. She wants to jump waves with daddy. It's more like just get pummeled by the waves. She likes it.
I'm
So
afraid of jellyfish, man.
yeah,
I will meet you back at the hotel.
yeah.
So you're doing some traveling. The kids are good. And one thing about kids is they have bad taste in television. I said it. Kids have bad taste in TV.
Yeah.
What do you have to watch right now that is terrible?
We're watching a lot of Little Einsteins, Peppa Pig.
Any
watch a lot
Paw
of-
Patrol?
Oh yeah, we watched some Paw Patrol.
Is it crazy how much you know about some of these shows?
It is, yeah. And the Little Einstein song, we sing that a lot.
You can give me a couple bars or what? You know it?
No, I think I'm good on that.
But this is like, it's so crazy to see this little person just becoming more and more like you and your wife every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Did
It
you
is.
know
Little
you're gonna
cartoons
have?
are just rolling 24/7 pretty much on our TV. So
Yeah, they're into it.
yeah, they're into it.
That's
Yeah,
their thing.
yeah.
And so now it's like midweek. You got a couple days to relax. You said you might do some training later today.
Yeah.
But is there anybody like on you to make you train? So like if you didn't feel like doing it today, could you just kind of say, I'm not feeling it today. I want to just
Yeah,
chill.
I've had trainers throughout my career, but really the past few years I've gone away from that. Mainly because of kids. Like there's so many days where, like for instance yesterday, I was just tired from the weekend, so I took my daughter to swim lessons in the morning, and then we went and had
little otters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then we went and had Panera Bread for lunch, and then after that, I actually took a nap.
You got a good life, man.
And so I didn't train at all yesterday. Where if I had a trainer, I feel like they would be like, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that." So then I'd have to miss a lot. But also, I know that I have to train a certain amount. I just know my body more than ever.
Yeah.
Now, and if I take a day off, I'm not stressed on it. Where when I was 25 or 26, I'd be like, "Oh crap, I missed a day of training, so I'm gonna be terrible this weekend at the race."
Isn't it crazy
not
that
always the case.
the stuff you stress out about when you're in your 20s?
Yeah, totally. And then you feel like you have no time when you're in your 20s. You're 25 and you're trying to hang out with girls, or you're trying to hang out with even if you had a girlfriend, and you feel like you don't have any time to do anything, right? And then you have kids, and it's like,
yeah,
I had so much time before, and now I have no time. So yeah, it's
and no
funny.
sleep.
And no sleep. Yeah.
I'm glad you got.
And I like my sleep.
You needed it, right?
Yeah.
You just had a birthday, you were saying, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do for your birthday? Did you have a party?
Yeah, we had some people over. Actually had a TV crew over that followed me around for the whole day to do a feature on during the last race. So.
And they came to your party?
Came to our party, hung out a little bit, and yeah, so the whole day was that, and then we had a little birthday party that night. I'm pretty mellow, so I don't really like to party too much. Where my partying was a chocolate chip cookie and some ice cream on top. That's about as much partying as.
Is that your guilty food?
Yeah, it is for sure.
You ever eat fast food just to splurge? You seem pretty fit.
I have a salad from Chick-fil-A every now and again.
That's not fast food.
Well, it still comes with some fried chicken, and then I'll get like a small fry.
That's your guilty?
Yeah, because my daughter loves Chick-fil-A. She goes to Chick-fil-A. Daddy, let's go to Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. That's actually a pretty
So
good
I'm like,
name
all right, sweet, let's do it. So it's my excuse. Or the best part of having kids is if you order a salad and they order something really bad, you can have a few bites of theirs, but then you don't feel guilty because you didn't order it. You know what I mean?
Stealing tots.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, where am I sitting?
Oh, sorry, man. You're in the back.
I'm gonna sit back there.
Ah, you'll be good.